came to college to be taught how to design. Instead, I've learned how to be curious. That's not to say that I haven't been taught. I've had some awesome teachers, both professors and peers. But the greatest transformation I've experienced in my time here was in the way that I approach and solve problems, and in the way my curiosity fuels my creation. To better explain things, I turn to the greatest story ever told, Star Wars. My coming here expecting to be taught how to design was much like Luke Skywalker going to the Dagobah system, expecting to receive quick, practical training in the Force and in lightsaber combat. Luke soon learns that it won't be quite so simple. He must set aside his pride and build a relationship with a strange little green man, Yoda, from whom he eventually learns that calm, humility, and an open, learning mind are all critical components of mastering the Force. Luke learns that being a Jedi is about being, not doing. Most of us came into college, much like Luke, hungry and looking to master our lightsabers and or Adobe programs, and then go out into the galaxy and kick some ass. We learned, however, that there is much more to this field than simply being good with the right computer programs, knowing some particular kind of coding language, or being able to screen print or solve or build models perfectly. Rather, design is a way of thinking, a set of values, and a belief that even the hardest problems can be solved with calm, humility, and an open, learning mind. We have learned that being a designer is about being, not doing. My own pathway offers one example of this. As an incoming freshman, I was pretty sure that aside from a few technical skills, I had this whole design thing pretty well figured out. I was both excited and dismayed then that I came to classes that were teaching me how to draw with traditional tools, tell stories, and design with painstakingly painted and hand-cut colored triangles. I also had to contend with liberal education courses like cultural studies and tort law. These live eds, I will admit, were sometimes a source of frustration. I just wanted to design, and now I had to contend with all these distractions, but there was a silver lining. Some of these classes forced me to delve into the college libraries, in search of hard copy resources on such subjects as Abraham Lincoln's constitutional opinions, or poetry and politics in ancient China. But at first, this too seemed inconvenient. Somewhere along the way, though, there was a switch. I noticed that as I would search for one library book, the others, a shelf around it, would beckon to me too. Better yet, once my eyes were open to the books I wasn't specifically searching for, I realized how gorgeous the texture of a good bookshelf can be. In Wilson Library, my favorite, there are 6 floors filled with rows and rows of shelves lined with an endless variation of sizes, titles, colors, shapes, and letter forms. This chaos of visual information can make the precise call number you're searching for hard to pinpoint, but it offers and suggests related materials. Beyond that, I'm an aspiring type nerd, so I started to notice the quirky, ugly, beautiful, and unique typography that was overflowing from the spines of these books. Over time, I began to find myself making less and less of an effort to find singular books, and instead meandering down aisles with an open mind and a scanning eye just to see what I might discover. In fact, for my senior thesis, I created fonts and a website inspired by the 4th floor of Wilson Library, where they keep many of their oldest books. Shameless plug, you can find it online and download some fresh free fonts at www.fourthfloorfoundry.com. As I decided what I wanted to say at commencement, I knew that I wasn't the only one with a story worth sharing, and that every graduate here has developed their own sense of curiosity during their time in college. Others have researched materials for NASA spacesuits, studied the socio-economic impact of the new light rail corridor, prototyped ways to deal with global textile waste, and investigated permaculture, agriculture, and street art culture. I could go on, but instead, parents, ask your graduate about how they've used their curiosity, and you're bound for some great stories. I came here looking to be taught how to design, and instead, I've learned how to be curious. As I go forward to confront even the most challenging of problems, I'm equipped with a methodology, a new humility, and an open, learning mind that will help me find solutions wherever they are. I'm sure I can speak for my fellow graduates in expressing a huge thanks to all of my professors, some of whom are here, you guys are awesome, for helping me to grow into who I am today, as well as to my family and friends for supporting me in this journey. To my classmates, I can't wait to see where you guys end up and what problems you go on to solve. May the force be with you.